I'm Alex.
I'm Tony, and this is part 3 of 2011 overview. Except really, it's not about 2011 at all. It's about 2012. Suck it.
Yeah. So, we talked earlier, and it didn't work out too well because it took too long ranting, but everything. We're going to focus on
2012 is going to be big!
It's going to be the apocalypse.
Well, of course, some people...
2011 sucked for releases. We only got 3DS as a big thing, and that kind of fell on its face. The Wii died, and Kinect was big, and PSP...
And now
the PSP, and then we got PS3.
Also, people are saying that, and all the analysts are saying the portable systems are going to die. Let iPhone become the only
So
thing.
what we're going to do is we're going to talk about each of the individual consoles and so forth, and what we think is going to happen in the year, and then we're going to end up with the our big predictions. So we're starting off with let's start with the Nintendo stuff.
Okay.
Actually, Nintendo's got stuff coming later. Let's start with Sony. What?
you?
F it. Start with Nintendo. The Wii. The Wii is dead. The Wii is going to die. February is the last month. We're going to have 3 games coming out from Nintendo,
and then we have game put out April,
Xenoblade, which is going to fail, and we're not going to get the other 2 games because people are going to buy it in 20,000 people.
And then your previous discussion, then there will not be any games besides that.
I think there will be at least 1, if not 2 games that remain on the Wii lineup from April to the launch of the Wii U.
No,
because the space is just too big.
No, there's not going to be anything.
Nothing.
There's going to be any games.
Why can't there
not
be
even
one
going to be any 3? The Wii is dead.
Well,
Nintendo needs to put the call in the train and get the hype train going because people are thinking it's just a tablet and it's not a game console.
So what Nintendo needs to do is they need to... Yes, actually, I won't agree with you. If Xenoblade Chronicles... if Xenoblade Chronicles fails, Nintendo will have almost no releases left on the system itself.
Maybe La Mulana, if it doesn't come out yet.
That's not a retail game. The point
is, all that matters. It's a game. It's better than most retails.
Tony, if Xenoblade Chronicles succeeds, then we'll have the last story. And if the last story sells enough, then Pandora's Tower.
Pandora's Tower is not coming to America.
So potentially 2 games. Fight me, bro.
Next is the 3DS.
The 3DS had a terrible year last year until the price drop.
Until the price drop, and then
Mario Kart, and then
Nintendo
Mario,
started giving stuff away, throwing money out there,
and then Nintendo went, pay me, making it rain, and that's
what they're doing. They have the momentum going, and now all the analysts that were saying the 3DS is dead and stupid are now saying, well, I guess it turned a corner.
So what's coming out for the Wii 3DS? Shut it.
When is it 3DS? The 3DS, we got Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion 2.
That's going to come out for October.
No.
I'm saying it now.
No, it's coming out before E3. Before E3, that game's coming out.
All right, fine. It's coming out before E3. I'll hold you to that.
And
but
Kid Icarus,
that little
God bless his soul, it will not do well.
No, no.
The game will sell to probably a few 100,000. It will not be a million seller. The game will sell by its name, and many people will complain that the control is awkward. And the answer to that is, well, we have a stand. They're going to say, then they're going to bitch about the stand,
and they're going to say, what about the circle pad?
And
Resident Evil. That game is actually a killer app that I think everyone is waiting on.
Yeah, that's going to do well. Metal Gear Solid, no,
it's a PS2 game.
PS2 game port. It's not a full remake. Shame thing. There's a new Kingdom Hearts. Looks good. Actually tries to do a thing. There's a new Monster Hunter. That's not
in America yet.
America's going to get it. Nintendo will publish it. It'll be in late 2000.
And then there's that Monster Hunter 4, which probably will come out until next year.
Yep. Then you got, of course, the other issue is that all the games I mentioned, Nintendo's already talked about all their games. We have a new Paper Mario coming out. We don't even have a title for it, just Paper Mario.
And we also have
Mario Tennis, there's a new Animal Crossing.
I hate you for saying exactly what I'm saying.
I think that they are going to have they have to have a surprise. Something's got to surprise us at 3DS.
Well, what are you going to say?
I think they're going to announce... by the way, also in Japan they're publishing Concept and a soccer game. It's throwing me off. It's confusing because...
Alright, so what's the game?
I think Nintendo's going to release a 2D Mario game.
No!
Why?
No Mario games! No more!
Why?
We already have 2 out for the 3DS right now. Mario Kart 7 and...
Mario Kart's not even a Mario franchise.
There's 2 more Mario games coming out, and 3 if you count Luigi's Mansion 2. There's no more Mario. They don't need any more Mario. Give me something else. Give me Metroid. Give me F-Zero.
I have bad news for you regarding Metroid.
Give me something else.
The development team behind Metroid is not working on Metroid. They're working on Kiki Trick, which is coming out next month, and then after that, probably a WarioWare game for the Wii U.
No! Metroid.
Well, you're not getting Metroid. You had your Metroid, and you're going to like it.
I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to like it.
You're going to eat your humble pie, and you're going to have your baby, too, while you're at it. then comes the fact that, there's also the Fire Emblem game that's never coming to America. That's fun.
That's good to mention.
And Level 5 has a lot of games that are not coming to America for the 3DS.
Just bring them all up.
Let's bring them all up. Guild 01, you got the new Phoenix Wright that you were not getting. Oh, wait, there is the 3DS Phoenix Wright. Not Phoenix Wright, the Lance Attorney. I don't know his name. The guy with the top hat. It'll be out here.
Professor Layton.
There we go. That was wrong, almost right. It was an L.
It was all wrong.
It was all wrong.
But yeah, that crossover game we're never going to see the light of day.
Oh, the Pokemon crossover game never coming. Nintendo's dead.
DS
is dead. Nintendo of America killed it off.
And now they have to finish.
And now they're going to keep.
They should finish the job.
And now, also, they're going to release a lot of games on the eShop. A lot of games. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Pokemon. There will be a Pokemon game.
Pokemon Gray, Black, White.
Pokemon Gray, it'll be a
Gradient,
black and white remake for the 3DS. The graphics won't look crappy, but it won't look great either. The game will use the focus on the 3DS exclusive, because otherwise they're afraid that American gamers are not going to buy it. But then again, Nintendo could screw the pooch and releases a DS game, and then go, oh yeah, we're also making a 3DS Pokemon game. Here, watch the trailer. And that'll be the end of it.
And they'll sell hotcakes.
They'll sell. The kids,
now let's just go to Wii U since we're on Nintendo's. Let's finish it off.
Wii U is coming out this year. After E3, it's not going to be like Saturn, where it's like, it's out tomorrow. It's going to be...
Though people are speculating it might.
Nintendo said that they were... that would explain the whole no games between it thing. But I think Nintendo doesn't want to repeat what happened with the 3DS. The 3DS launched at the deadest time of the year. Let's release it when nobody cares. Let's release it in March. I'm sure people are buying stuff in March during a recession. But no. It was also bad to release it in February, in hindsight, before an earthquake. But it was
also a bad thing to release the games that you were okay for the launch, and then release the best games.
Or release the system at $250 with $40 games.
Just say
sucks. But no, the Wii U will launch in October.
I think it will launch for
October.
I think it will launch for $203.
350.
No,
350.
300.
I'm putting my money down. 350. The reason? The system will cost $250 and the controller will cost $100.
I don't think that.
The controller is expensive as hell, and Nintendo has made money
I
back.
know that, but people aren't going to spend $350.
Actually, okay, then...
Especially, actually...
No, $350. $350 fits... $300 to $350 sits well. $350, it'll come with a game. Here's the thing, though. The controller... $100 is a lot for a controller.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think a controller is selling at
Why did you say that?
Because it won't be $60. It sure as hell won't be $60.
You think Microsoft's controllers really cost $60?
I think the controller will have, like I said, onboard memory. Oh yeah, I believe that the Wii U controller will have onboard memory, small amount of memory, enough that when you boot an app or something on the device, it will remain on that device until prompted to remove it from the Wii U. So say like checkers, I will put checkers on it, and now you can leave the house and it'll be able to.
I don't think that's going to happen. Because Nintendo doesn't want to be portable. Nintendo has made clear indication that this is not going to be a portable console. What they want is, but what's going to happen?
Funny enough,
it's probably going to be able to boot up the OS on it. Like if you're in the same room, you pick up the Wii tablet and someone's watching TV.
Well, yeah, all it does is screaming.
Click, and all of a sudden the Wii U tablet will have the OS right there on it, so you can activate everything that way. And I think every game Nintendo on the Wii U tablet is going to have a ability to play either with both or just one.
By the way, wouldn't it be cool if you could use if had like a DS player that can play on two screens, since it has two screens now? Or the 3DS player, which lets you play 3DS games.
He's wishing for the stars, and he's not going to get any of them.
I can try. You
can try, but you get burned. Burned by the fiery balls of gas in the sky.
Known as stars.
Known as stars you've wished for. As for games,
Pikmin 3 is their big one. They're going to push Pikmin 3. It's going to have a war. It's going to be a war game. And it's going to be a first-person shooter.
It's going to Call of Duty. It's going to Call of Duty Pikmin 3.
Call of Pikmin. The game is going to probably be... the last game was very different from the first. The first game was mostly about survival and trying to collect the power items stuff. The second game was about doing that, but then added the element of the randomized dungeons.
Who knows what they're going to do, but I know it's going to do it.
I think it's going to be a villain this time.
I think we're going to see a Mario game.
No. No! 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 Hell no! 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 No!
No. New Super Mario Brothers, me. They should for a reason.
No, not going to happen.
What about a Metroid game? Retro's working on something.
Retro is working on something. It's going to be crunch time this year, based on someone's statement that's coming out this year. Neither Metroid nor Donkey Kong.
Give me something.
Nope, it's neither Metroid nor Donkey Kong. Not Donkey Kong because Nintendo doesn't.
Pilot Wings 64.
Now it'll be Monster Games. Monster Games had made a game at the launch of the 3DS. I think they're making a game for the Wii U. Which is
and they're going to showcase a new eShop on the Wii U tablet.
And they're going to probably...
It's going to have Angry Birds.
It's going to have... No, it's not.
3D Angry Birds. You know, they actually flick it this way and hit the buildings on the top screen. That'd be pretty cool.
Now Kirby... now I want to see Kirby's Tilt and Tumble again. No, besides the point...
Shut up about that.
Once again, pipe dreams. What are we talking about?
Alright, let's move to the next system.
The PSVita. The PSVita. Yes, the Vita is the big thing for
successor to the PSP.
Microsoft.
It came out in Japan already, and it's $250. Games cost about $40. Big name games such as Uncharted,
$50.
Oh yeah. Mon Nation Racers, A Little Big Planet, a new Killzone, new probably Ratchet and Clank games gonna be on it. Who knows? I'm just throwing stuff out there. A number of new IPs here and there. Probably a new Siphon Filter. Little Deviants?
Little Deviants, and that developer's dead already. I feel sorry. I take off my hat and put it right over here over the cat, but I can't do that. I don't have a hat. But the point here, no, the Vita will. The issue with the Vita will be the memory card and the nickel and diming for the system.
Yes.
Oh, you can't play your game because you need the memory card. That costs what? Oh, $30 at the minimum. Oh, so now you're saying the system to actually play the game I want that I just spent $40 on will cost me an extra $30. So now to enter this game, I'd say $270. Oh, but if I wanted to buy it with the 3G, I have to go up to $340. And then his AT&T.
And even that system is
so it's going to be $350 plus AIDS. And then we have the third-party games are going to kind of fumble around a bit. There's going to be a few like, oh, here's some niche Japanese crap. I'm not saying crap, but I mean niche Japanese crap and good games. There we go. And
cover your ass.
Cover your ass. The other thing to consider is that there's going to be quite a few games from some that are big quality games. Like,
you think those games aren't big quality? Those are pretty
and Sound Shapes. You forgot Sound Shapes.
That game's amazing.
That's going to be amazing.
No, I really want to see maybe an actual medieval game, or maybe
medieval. I don't know.
Or how about I lost it in my head. It's gone. Shake it up. Didn't Twisted Metal come out for it?
That's PS3. PS3. Actually, before the Vita's done up, the Vita will do better than the PSP in America, but do worse in Japan because Monster Hunter's not on it.
I think that's the best way to put it. People are saying, they're worried about the price point, but the fact is, what 3DS failed to do was to say, this is brand new technology and this is really good hardcore stuff. Whereas right out the get-go, people showed off the Vita and people immediately understood this is new technology, this is best, this is up-to-date stuff. So for $250, people will definitely buy the Vita.
At least for the first few months.
And then they'll probably drop it.
Jump to the PS3. Come to
PS3.
PS3. Come to me.
PS3. This is probably the last year of the PS3.
The PS3 will be the PS4 will launch next year.
So maybe it has 2 years, maybe.
Yeah. So the PS3's big games of the year will be The Last of Us. There'll be a
Guardian, maybe.
Last Guardian, maybe.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal,
like 4 years ago, was it?
Two E3s ago.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Quite a bit, considering the game didn't seem like it was a full-fledged game. Not to say anything wrong with them, but it felt like it was really more multiplayer focused than it needed to be. And so I'm not even too sure. I'm not even sure what the game plays like anymore. Is it Is it a multiplayer shooter game, or is it
Twisted Metal?
Is it Twisted? I don't know.
It's not Twisted Metal.
No.
For me, when I've seen it, it doesn't look like it.
It has a lot of Twisted Metal elements in it.
Oh yeah, but it's definitely trying to take it in a different direction. What Twisted Metal was all about.
Frankly, it's taken quite a damn long time for it to come out.
Yeah.
Killzone 4, that's going to be...
Really? You think it's going to Killzone 4?
Probably for the new system. But The Last of Us will be a big one. There's going to be no Uncharted coming for the system anymore.
No, I could move on.
I had something. I lost it. Title Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Title Fighter, actually, based on what I've heard about, is an interesting concept.
We don't even know to know about this game, and it's been leaking out. It's too obvious now. It's kind of cat's out of the bag. So, Title Fighter...
Super Smash Brothers with PlayStation characters.
That'll be I think they're calling, the last... It's like our major game to kind of act as the credits to the whole system.
This will end the PS3. This will be the last thing they want to release for it. They'll be okay, here it is. Get ready for PS4.
It'll be announced at E3, but it won't come out until 2013. That's my belief.
They won't even. I think they might showcase like some just a quick thing. Is like here's some games that might coming out for it, and that'll be it. Maybe show a few good tech demos like they did when they first announced the PS3.
Oh yeah.
Besides that,
yeah. So anyway, the PS4. Will that be shown at E3? The answer is no.
I think that Sony's higher ups have already said they're not announcing a new console there,
which means they are. No, no, but
they will announce it if it becomes an essential for them. And right now, I don't think it is.
I think they really, really want Vita to sell well, and they want to keep selling to the same audience that buys PS3 stuff. They know they failed to sell as much as Microsoft. They know they failed against Nintendo. All they can do now is make sure they make it make it in the black this year. And so they're not going to lower the price of the PS3 until absolutely necessary. And by that I mean not until the holiday season.
And also, the Vita itself is going to stay strong because there's no time window for them to lower the price before.
The Vita will not lower in price this year. Not a chance.
So we're probably going to see, if at all, again, I'm serious, if at all, we'll see it probably drop $20 before by Christmas time. That is it. Yeah. I don't think they're going to drop it too much because already they're selling it at a loss. They really need us to get it out there and get progression. And based on its new hardware, I don't see why it wouldn't sell.
Well, actually, the thing about the Vita is actually they use old technology. The beauty of it is that they essentially think that the components will cost a lot less in a year, so the system is actually going to be made for price drops at some point. But right now, not going to happen. So now go to Microsoft. You sly dogs, you've done a great job with the 360 last year.
The Kinect really
kept it going, and I'm not going to have to blame it on the new console design. The new where Sony relaunched their PS3, and it kind of like people said, yeah, it's a PS3 after a while. The new Xbox 360 design completely differentiated itself.
Oh, and with the Kinect and everything. Pretty much said,
Microsoft,
this is a new console.
I think Microsoft has proven that in a generation you can create, by changing the OS and by changing the outside look of the system, you can effectively relaunch a system.
And that's what they did. They relaunched it with the Kinect, and they've been very successful.
Every year for the last 3 years, they have redesigned the dashboard. So it essentially feels like a different console than when you last played it. And on top of
I think it's gotten pretty bad.
The newest one was pretty crappy. But the thing here is that the new Xbox the Xbox 360 it doesn't matter anymore. It's now the third-party console. Third parties who make games make one for the 360. It's too late. It's what's going to happen. And ultimately, that's going to be the big pull.
It also has the best online experience, as well as some of the best download services.
So anyway, the big games this year, there's a Mass Effect 3 coming to PS3 as well.
There's Bioshock
Infinite. There's going to be a new Halo 4. There's going to be a new Fable, and all these games, as Tony hinted at, did E3 predictions. They're all going to have some Kinect functionality.
I mean, even Halo Anniversary Edition had a Kinect feature
that you could
only use with a Kinect.
Really sucky because the game really could have used it without it, to be honest. But anyway, not getting too begrudged about it. The question, Windows Phone 7, they're going to let that keep going even though they know it's a failure. But their next thing is, will Microsoft show a game system at E3? The answer is, I don't know. Yes.
I think they will showcase something that's akin to the Xbox. But
yeah, there was a rumor created by a streaming company that said they talked to all of them and said that one of the console creators will cease console development in the coming years.
I think what they're more iterating is that they're not going to be producing full-blown disc-based consoles because streaming means they're going to be streaming content. Yeah. I think it's based on a rumor called Xbox Loop, which was a rumor going around, that it's a device that's basically a standalone Kinect that connects to a television and then uses download distribution only. And I think that's what's going to happen is we're going to see, because people love the Kinect so much, that Microsoft's going to come out with a new Kinect console that has better accuracy, better focus, and at least with like the next real Xbox.
And you say you just attach it to your TV, and now you can download quick games to play with motion controls. The new Xbox will plug in your system. You'll be able to do motion controls, download apps, which I think are going to be developed mostly by Twisted Pixel because that's who they are now. They're going to have smaller. They're going to have iPod and iPhone developers. They're going to say, "Hey guys, for $100 a month, a year, you guys can produce games for this app store." It's going to be like Xbox Live Indie games that are Windows Phone 7, but will be only using the Kinect game features. And I think that will be releasing this year.
I think the Microsoft will
because they're afraid that Kinect is dead. They're afraid that after this year, because this year people thought the system was going to explode sales-wise, and it didn't after November. But that was
actually most
systems did poorly, except for the 3DS and DS. The reason being is that that Microsoft knows that after 2 years of this, people are starting to see the faults in it, and people are like, "Oh, it's becoming the fad. It's becoming the system that is becoming like we have Just Dance on this."
Much like how the Wii was, we got Wii
kind
Sports.
of like how the Wii kept on going to a point, and after a while it stopped getting speed. I mean, the Wii went on for a long time before it started to decline that much. But I think that Microsoft knows that they can't let this holiday season go without another like improvement to their system, and
the best way to do it is to completely remove the console in general
and turn it into a new, stronger Kinect system.
Now, as for the hardcore gamers, we already have, I mentioned Halo 4.
Yeah.
And third-party support.
I don't see that. I think this year will be a bit of a mixture. They're going to have like one or two new franchises for it. And
now, what I'm suspecting, which is if this hypothesis popped in my head is true,
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, but I'm thinking Kinect 2 will also be backwards compatible with will also be connectable to your Xbox.
No,
you don't think so?
I don't think the Xbox 360 will be able to handle the new Kinect bar. I think that what they're going to do is at E3 they're going to say, here's the Xbox Loop or whatever it's called. You can use the new Kinect for this, and then they go, and it can be used with this, and it show off like a preview of their next console. And the new console will come out early or mid 2013.
Now the reason why they're not releasing it this holiday is because if they want the Wii U, if they want the new loop,
if they want the Wii Loop, if the Wii U Loop, the Kinect Loop,
if they want the Loop wants to sell, it has to
be the only system.
It has to be the only thing out there because we don't want to cause confusion.
And
now, if they don't do that, what they're going to do is they're going to release the Kinect Loop and the new Xbox separately at the same time, and then you can just buy the Loop, or you can buy the Xbox and buy the Loop to do stuff with together.
Yeah.
But I really think they're just going to sell separately.
Okay, so we've done all the systems, except for Apple. Why the hell am I talking about Apple? Because
the media wants us to talk about
Apple. So here's the one thing. First things first, they're making a new iPad. Comes out in
iPad 3, like March, I think I heard.
I think the reason they're doing iPad stuff all the time now is because they know that the iPod Touch and the iPods and so forth, they're side things now. People don't care much anymore about.
Well, the problem is that these things are small, and people like seeing graphics really large, and also it's harder to hold an iPhone or iPod Touch
over there. But
yeah,
the thing is that they have acknowledged internally that the iPad is what's hot, and while they could remake a new iPhone, all they got to do is change and do things like Siri and release it as a new iteration, and it does well. They can add new little innards and stuff, but frankly, the iPhone's perfected in terms of its presentation. So the iPad is what needs to be built up. What my belief is that they've gone so far with the iPad. We're now 3 years into the iPad. I think that iPad 3 will be the latest release before they announce a new device. The new device will be
link to the iPad 3.
It will be a TV device, like Roku and like the Xbox Loop.
Or a full-blown TV, you think?
No, not going to happen.
Anyways, but the idea is it'll be connected to the iPad 3 and then basically do what the Wii U could do.
You'll be able to stream data to your TV by using the
touchscreen,
using the iPad or using a given device to stream data, much like you would otherwise.
Basically replacing the television remote with the pad.
And this in turn allows you to download games from the App Store and play them as a system, ultimately turning Apple into a game system developer. How about that?
That's dangerous.
This is a long term. This is something that might sound completely boisterous at the end of next year. But I think that doing this is what's the reason why Microsoft would release something of Loop. Otherwise, Microsoft is not scared at all in releasing a new Xbox. That's my belief. If Apple releases this year, the Loop will also follow it.
Now, my opinion is the reason why this new TV is going to be a big change in the gaming industry is because if it releases before Nintendo releases their Wii U tablet, the Wii U, people are going to say Nintendo's copying Apple. But if Apple releases their thing first, if Nintendo releases theirs first, it's just going to be like, well, Apple's is better.
So it doesn't matter. It's a lose-lose situation for Nintendo
if they do this.
All right, so that's everything. So in conclusion, Wii is dead as of April. The Wii U is coming out, and it's going to be a reasonable price with Pikmin and all that fun stuff. Try and sell it,
it's going to have the controller itself is going to have some memory for some portability.
The 3DS's big focus will be selling games, whether they are new franchises or trying to sell big. The big games will be will be either Pokemon, a Pokemon remake game of sorts, or some sort of a more casual experience, as it were, like Animal Crossing. That's Nintendo. And then Microsoft's big thing will be releasing a new streaming device to a television specifically focused on Kinect. and then releasing the new Xbox next year, not this year, so as not to create confusion, while focusing on Kinect hardcore games stuff this year and focusing on casuals again by the end of it. And then
Sony with Vita, which is going to do well for people who want technology,
but it won't sell well it won't sell as well in Japan, where Monster Hunter was its main pull. Then the PS3 will be a big push as well as the company starts to slow down. It has so many developers working on random games for it that it will continue to have a living lineup, as it were.
And then finally, this E3, they will not mention a PS4. That will probably be mentioned at Tokyo Game Show. Wait, no. Yeah, probably Tokyo Game Show.
But they'll mention that they have something in the works and hint and wink or something like that. And Apple will release a streaming device so that will allow you to use the iPad.
Or at least turn the iPad 3 into more of a console.
So that's everything, and it was under a half hour, I was right. That's us talking about everything. This ranting of us will most likely be completely false at the end of the year. We have like a video of us watching from the corner going, "No, you're totally wrong."
If only you knew.
If only you knew. Anyway, that concludes our 2011 retrospective with 2012 look into the year. Did I say 2012? I said 2012 look into the year as opposed to 2011. You need to pay more attention when I'm saying stuff.
I don't want to pay attention to what you say.
So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the last 2 hours of your life being wasted by two guys talking to you about video games in a room that doesn't necessarily have much of an aesthetic of video games. Yeah. Oh, Neon Cat.
See you later. Good luck, 2012.
And Die in a Fire, 2011. Oh, you're already dead.